Hello, everybody. It's me again, Andrea. Kumusta? So I'm now live. This is part two. Two. So Xero sales invoice and codes will be our tutorial topic for tonight or for today. uh, Little background about the this video is just a supplement for our training last uh, May. And then this is already the part two. Review of our last topic is about contacts, merging contacts, and making contacts. For now, we are making this video as one of a guide, just a guide. And for copyright purposes, I will add that I am a certified Xero advisor and partner. And I'm also one of I'm doing this to help my client and also for you guys in the Philippines since time zone difference is kind of an issue. So now let's go over to our topic. So, as we all know, it is very common. The reason why we enter a business is or we start a company is because we want to have a profit and we want to have a greater sales. So, it is very important for us to like it is very important for us to track down our income and our sales, especially for the owners. And one of this is connected with our topic today, which is sales invoices or making sales invoice in Xero. There are different ways to do that. Is through making a quotation first, which is we offered it to our prospect, pros- and as for Cornerstone for student who wants to inquire the price quotation or else we could do a quotation first, then we will make a sales invoice or sales invoice through the contacts. Like from the previous video, I go over it briefly on how to make an invoice through our contacts. Now, there's also another one, which is to go over our accounts. I see that everyone is on board now. Hello. So I'm going to share the screen. We will also discuss about repeating invoices where we have to make invoices for installment payments or for those that is repeating. And also for credit notes in which we have to change something or if there is a return or tuition refund. What else? Sales return of services or products or books. Yeah. So that's also one of the topic covered today. So I will share the entire screen. Okay. Can you guys see clearly? So now, codes. What is codes? Hold on. Can you see clearly? Screen share again. Sorry. It's going to be really slowly. Nangyari. So, for codes, it is a great way to obtain new clients. As you can see, today, we pick wait lang. It looks more professional looking if we present the quotation and pricing clients with the desired amount and their desired products or services. So creating a quote also gets the potential client into your system and makes it easy for your sales team to follow up. So oftentimes we can follow up, close the deal that would soon turn this potential client into a revenue generating student. So a code is similar, very similar to our sales invoice, but it does not post on our transaction in Xero. So it will not appear in our ledger. So that's the first thing you need. So where can you find it? You can find it on accounts and go to sales and then new. Where is it? Sorry for the network. Accounts, sales, and new. Yun. So, hold on. So, what? So, sorry. Nakita niyo ba? So if you press this drop down, it will show you invoices, and then there you go. So invoice, codes, repeating invoice, credit note. So for the codes, you can create a code, or you can print or email a code directly to your contacts or to your student, or mark a code and just put a status if it is accepted or if it is declined by the potential. So the sales invoice, you can also create a sales invoice with the code. What's the matter with our network? So it looks like a sales invoice, all the important box for the customer. Now we've already set up our contacts. You can just search it, add a new uh, for example. So basically, I will discuss more on the details of this on our sales invoice topic, because I don't want to be repetitive. So for now, creating invoice. It also have the customers, the date, and the expiry. The expiration is the one that it's like you were offering this quotation, so you need to put the expiration. And this quote number is automatically sequential. So reference. The difference for the sales invoice is this add a title or add a title and summary. So as you can see, hold on. In this there's a field what's it again? Add a title and summary. You can add information about your code that you may not want to include in the description lines of your code. Halimbawa, for example, you want to put graduation or training. It can be 100 characters. So you can make a novel out of it. It's the now let's go over to it still have the same as the invoice. So the only difference is that quotation is not posted on our general ledger. Sales invoice is included transactions. So now let's go over to sales invoice. Account, click sales, and then invoice. Question. Okay. Okay, so I mentioned about the contacts. So let's go to contacts. And going over, you can make also the invoice through our contacts. A little review of our previous video. You can search the contacts, or you can just search here. This is like Google. You can search the name of the contacts you want to make invoices. Sorry, slow. Just type in the name here, or you can go to contacts and all the contacts will be here. I told you before that one of my favorite ways is to go to contacts so you can review and if there's duplication of invoices. Contacts already set up. For those who are not live on my previous video, tutorial of how to set up the name of the customers or the students and also our vendors better than other online software or cloud software because it already have all the contacts here and you can make your sales invoice or bill here. So on the sales invoice, you go to sales invoice. You can see that again. Review. You can go to accounts, sales, and click new invoice. Or you can go to the contacts, type in the contact name or the student name, and new and then the invoice. Clarifications. So this is easy. The yes, this is the dashboard. Create in the dashboard. There's also a button here. I'm just answering the question. So yes, there is also and if you want to create a dashboard, wash invoice you owed. Yeah. So dashboard is just monitoring, but it's kind of overwhelming if you are beginning. So it already have your expenses. Here you can also make a new sales invoice in the dashboard, but it's better to go to contacts. Why? Because we want to avoid a duplication and we want to monitor if there's already a payment made by that student or customer. There's many ways for you, whatever works. Now, let's go to our contact need. So this is sorry. So in the new invoice, let's say demo. What can you mention any names? Okay, I'll just save this as okay, Adaya. I will just save this. Hold on. My mouse is not working. So basically, we put on the name. You can search it. And then the date is for Philippines. We applied to BIR the loose leaf, which is the hard copy of our invoice. So I advise that in the date you put here whatever you the hard on the paper copy, invoice paper copy, the one we submit to BIR, for it is easy to track down. And the due date is the for Cornerstone we have 30 days, or if there is special payment plan, you can also put it here. Good. The easy way to like look at your calendar, you can just say plus 30 and it would automatically put in the date. So invoice number for accounting purposes and for electronically here, so we know how many invoices that we made, because we've already started the company before, but it is on manual. So this is the automated invoice number. So for the reference, you can put in the invoice number, or is written on our that is written on our BIR. So I see that there's invoice approved. So I will just go over on the made already made. Um, so a little review. If it is connected from one company to another, it will show the this infinity symbol. So meaning Cornerstone Philippines is connected to Cornerstone USA. So whatever you invoiced here, if you send it to the for review, it will be automatically reviewed by the main company. So back to the basics. Um, so that will be the look of our invoice. For items, I've already set up a few item codes. This will help you um, for those who were not um, to standardize our entry. So as you can see, like she's applying for state board exam, it will write down the description, the price, and the this is the account number from our chart of accounts. Also, all you have to do is just make sure that you have the right location for DASMA, Kamuning, or USA, and the right program. So if you click it, we've already set it up. Remember, sa contacts. So it was already set up on our contacts. Okay. Am I not clear? I'm sorry. Am I speaking so fast? Okay, thank you for okay. So sa how to set up the items. All you have to do is go to new item. So for our invoices, what is the accounts affected? As I mentioned, it is sales. It also affect our accounts receivable, meaning accounts receivable is the one that is left hanging or waiting for payment. For item code, you can set it up like this. Just put in the code, the name. If you want to track this item, track items for our inventory or for our services. Like for example, if you wanted to track our professional fees for the instructors, you can put it here. And the purchase, this is for item for our inventory. For Cornerstone, we don't usually use that. And for this sales item, what else? Like we want to put we have grad fees on these. Hold on. Oh yeah, there's already grad fee. See, I'm just gonna show you how it changes the unit price and everything on it, other income. have to be very careful on the right location and the program. So you don't need to type in like that enrollment fee, the tuition partial. You can just put in the item code and it will show you the numbers. All you have to do is um, make sure that the unit price is correct. Okay, I've also set up the output VAT on sales, so it computed our it includes the percent VAT. So if you will put it on no tax, the tax will disappear, the 12% will disappear. Or you can tax exclusive, can edit here on the tax rate. So yeah, this is the invoice number, acknowledgement receipt. You can also put here acknowledgement receipt number. So I will not save this because too confused. A new line. Line is if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not enough for you, you can add additional. Also note in the if you wanted to make a note for you, you can put here your notes like or anything. So for details, it's better to put in the add note or history so that your other co-worker will also this note. So for example, called and said will will deposit payment. It's like you're just taking notes, chatting with your coworkers, or also for you to remind you that with this see full post the user and the details. If you're using Podio, it also have this Podio, but take note that Podio, the CRM, customer relations management that we used in Cornerstone, Podio is for USA and Cornerstone Philippines is a platform for us to communicate and to be updated. Here, used only for local or like Cornerstone Philippines. I can see it as an advisor or whoever has the access. So this is more on the financial based platform. Okay, just want to clear. So we're still using the Podio. So I'm going to save it as draft. It will go directly. Hold on. Hold on. Wait for it. There you go. it will go on the draft tab. So are you guys following? So you can access it through sales, and you can still see this, the new invoice, the credit, and the send statement. So this is just all of the summary. Excuse me. So you can also see if there is awaiting approval, pending payment, or repeating. This is all invoices. This is all sales. This is all money, not quotation. So meaning, because the bill also look like this. So again, is inflow the bill. So if it is draft, it is not yet to our general ledger. Hold on. That is the name. Why is this? Why is there sorry. So I want to okay, someone corrected me. I'm sorry. Cornerstone Philippines. We will also include here the class or the batch number. It is in our podio. So how you make it batch? It is the one that start with the course, right? CSSB, and then 2016, and the 7 digit student number. Correct me if I'm wrong. So and you can see this at our podio. So this is the batch, and then you just have to add the AR or acknowledgement receipt number. So I was corrected. Thank you for that. Now we are going to again for if you posted it or if you don't save it as draft, like you go directly to approve. What does approve add? Hold on. Okay. So are you guys still there? So up and if you're a user that has only limited function, because if you can set it up, especially for if you have a staff that can only access invoices, and then or it to be like if you were the owner, you don't want it to be revealed. So if if your staff has only function on invoicing, making bill payments, then you will not see this approved button. So, yun. Okay? Gets. Again, if you are an advisor, I also made you manager, you can see this approved. Approved meaning posted. It will now be posted on our general ledger. So you can advise your staff to save it first, because once it is approved, or save and submit for approval. Okay, so if it is saved and approved, submit for approval, then it will not go to the draft. The draft. Ah, so sorry. So yeah, Xero will tell you if you missed out some of the boxes that is required. This one. So it will go to this tab, awaiting approval. And then once it is approved, it will go to awaiting payment, meaning we are waiting for the cash payment. We have 40 awaiting payment. You can double check it on your record or supporting documents. Now going back, it is approved, meaning it is already posted, and you can there's a question that says if you can pwede pa ba i-edit, or you can still can we still edit the invoice? For example, we notice that it's not located in DASMA, it is in Kamanin. So we have the following options. You can void it, like if you see that it is already duplicated, or you can just put the edit option. I told you that proof it is already posted, so you can only edit the boxes or some of the lines, and you can no longer one. For example, edit the date and the reference. Here we missed to put the location. Hi. Now, see? So for some of you, you might be wondering why I just click it and then this is a default program and location. This is already set up when we add the contacts. So I advise you to set up first the contacts and put in this location, the program, and other details. So it will just be so easy for you to just click and then what I am doing right now. So then update. So what else? Or any more questions? So basically, that's it. Now, I told you if you were tracking the services, where will it appear? So Xero is also perfect for retail or for manufacturing. So I am just for Cornerstone Philippines, we are mostly on service, our teaching services. So code helps us track our services. Okay, sorry. This is another off topic, but I just want you to see where we can find all the track services. If, for example, we're tracking on the CPR or our professional fees. Excuse me. You can see this on the track inventories. See, it will show you the setup and the amount. Okay, and it helps to in the program. I was why do we have to just have to be very meticulous in putting all the details when we set up our contacts, because it helps on our report later on in our financial statement, which is the final product of what we're doing right now. Everything in Xero. So, and as you can see, you don't you you don't have to be all be manual. So that's why the first thing I thought of is setting up. I will just show you the print option on how it will. So this is just a draft. If you want to issue it like a voucher or acknowledgement, there's I will just show you how it will turn out. So this is the draft invoice. Right. So I am right. So this is the draft invoice. This is how it will look like. I just put in the due date is down, and at the bottom, advice. This will help us for our accounting. You will just attach it on the student file or your customer file. So we can do the invoice setting if you want to add the logo here. So if it is already approved, if it is approved, this is how you can view it. Just print it out. It's good to have a copy. So ito, wala siyang location. Saan ba to? That's ba to? So, reminder, it's important to track down the location because we have DASMA and Kamuning and also USA. So, reminder to location. Okay. Just click. So it's already set up. Very good. It was already set up on our contacts. So, and then update. Sorry, tagal. So this is already approved. View it online invoice. Why do we create sales invoice? Because we create a sales invoice for someone to pay you and to send it to them, right? And you can, so this is not a draft. This is already approved. It will show you the due date and when is it issued. This should match our hard copy, the BIR invoice. Okay, papagandahin ko yan. I will make this beautiful by adding on the logos. And it will also show the outstanding and how many days it is overview. You can save it through PDF or CSV. Is the Excel. Okay, or you can save it to PDF, which you can send it to email. But if you wanted to send it on email, so where is it? You have a lot of options. This is a very powerful software. So you just have to send it through their email directly here. So we set it up on our contacts. We put in our email, the email address of the student, and there's already default message. All you have to do is just edit it. If you want to add like Romeo, what's the last name? So just you can add in your signature below. And if you want to send a copy to yourself, or if you want to add, so that's what they will gonna see when you send it to the customer. So you don't have to. If they won't respond, then if they won't respond to the email, because it's like you were collecting already to them, then you call them or you send them the hard copy of the invoice. If not, then you go on their door and then knock on their door. Hello, for collection. So that's it. That's our invoicing. Now we go on below for the receiving of the payment. If you were receive partial payment here, Just put in the amount you actually received, and then when it is deposited account, or when it is received, and then paid to is the bank account. If you receive cash, deposit it, or you used it to other, you can also put in cash on hand, which is not set up here. Hold on. So we put in note of that. Never noted. So basically, for example, and then here I advised you to put in the date. Why? The date first, and then check number, or if it is cash, check number, or if it is cash, just put in cash. Okay. Okay. Why did I advise you to put in the reference the date? Because if you were going to deposit it by batch, know when you make a bank reconciliation, this is the reference that you will see. So bank reconciliation is for someone who have access on the checking accounts or bank accounts to PNB, whatever bank. So you know that you deposit it, or you this August 25 batches. So this is all you can see. That would be on our another topic on bank reconciliation. So don't worry, I will erase this because this is an actual, is already approved. How show the amount and the invoices. So just go on to the view invoice again. View invoice. Now you can see the amount is now. So if you want to make adjustment, or you think that is wrong, just press the payment, and then there you have the option to do, meaning to delete the payment, to just send the receipt, meaning receipt of payment. What is it? This. Okay. This is what, if you press the send receipt, your customer or your client will see it as like this. So they will see the total invoice, the amount paid, and how much they still own. So this is a good response to our payment advice that we received. Receipt, right? I advise that you give this first, and it's an acknowledgement receipt. This is different on the official receipt that we submit to our to BIR. So if you receive an installment payment, it is better to give an acknowledgement receipt of that payment and not the official receipt, because requesting a new hard copy of the official receipt from the BIR is very um, hassle and it will cost you, right? It will take a lot of time. So now we can remove this. This option is to remove it and redo this. It will go back to the original amount, our balance. Are you guys still there? Wake up, wake up! So we're going back to the 28,000. So again, review. So recap of what this models discussed. So if you saved as draft, again, if you click save as draft or submit for approval, this Xero will send the invoice to the draft tab. And if you click approved, it will send the invoice to awaiting payment tab. But if you click approve for sending, which is an option for you can see approve for sending if you have an access for invoice only, or if you're a user that has an invoice only access. So approve for sending, if you Xero will send the invoice to awaiting payment tab, and it also email the link to the customer's online invoice. Okay. What else? Clear? No, sorry. Okay. Now let's go over to the one that I will delete this draft. This is just again. Now you can go back to accounts sales and then look at this following option, the repeating invoice. Offering. So you can create new and repeating invoice. Repeating invoice, like draft or codes, is not posted, so it will not appear on our ledger. So it's just buffer invoice. We set it up if we wanted to repeat it. For example, the customer or the student wants to pay 500 monthly. So this is the invoice date. that we are gonna put on our invoice, and this is the due date. How many days? The following month or days after the invoice date or on the current month. Usually put on the current month, and date is optional. Meaning, if it is August, then it will be dated August 30. So I advised for for repeating invoice to just save it as draft. Again, save it as draft because we can edit. We can still do adjustment and editing. Then you can like a sales invoice. Type in the name. What's the name again? Richard. So that's it. The reference. You can leave this blank. No, and then also you can the invoice code. And the amount. So here, if you want to repeat it quarterly. So that's it. Advisable to use repeating invoice if they have a payment plan, meaning there's an agreed installment payment. For services that is rendered to the same client. Okay. Now what else? The credit note. Did I miss anything? I'm just reading your comment. Malabo ba? Okay. Maybe because it is live, but the network. Hopefully, when I will save this on YouTube. Hopefully, and it will be much clearer and much stable. Or I guess it is static because of our network. I will just repeat, I guess, the screen. Is it my network or your network? Okay. So now, going back on our the credit note. Are we going to use credit note? This is if we mostly credit note is used. For example, you make an invoice and then when you make an invoice and there's already a payment made, I will look making payment. Okay, I will look for an example. For example, here we have a balance of 1,000. Usually, we already payment received. Okay. Hold on. You can okay, if you already pay here, you've already entered the payment received, you can no longer edit most of the invoices, and you can no longer add lines. See, because it is already posted. So you can only edit the name, the due date, the invoice number or the reference, the account number, or where it is charged, location, like that, or the location. So, come on, correct me if I'm wrong. We just have to edit it. And then, program. PT, or the course. See, and ano, what's the difference? Once you made the payment, the add lines is no longer so what is advisable. It's like you're making another invoice, or if, for example, you see that it's not 6,500, should be 6,000 only. So that's the time you're gonna make a credit note or an adjustment. Let me save this first. I make changes on the location and the program. So, because it will take a lot of work to delete the payments and then make the adjustment again, and then enter all the payments again, especially if it is an installment payment. Credit note is your last resort. Is if you want to copy the data in the selected sales invoice. So, and we don't want to repeat. It's like you're making a new sales invoice. Now the add new invoice, add a new line is already in there. Edit the price. And credit by itself. See? Now let's go back. Don't have to save that. Again, you can save it. But sorry. Of course you're gonna say press approve or sorry. So now you can also see you can also type in the payment. Where is it? Buffering. So remember the one that I approved. So awaiting approval. Payment. So you can also type in the payment received on the online invoice. When we view the online invoice, there's a pay now option. going to you can so this will appear as bill to Richard Jr. Banikid. So he will see this like this, but instead of invoice, there's bill here and pay now option. And outstanding. The customers can use this link to view any unpaid bills. So before Xero can display this link, you will need to you'll need to go to invoice settings, which I've already set it up for you. So okay, this so maybe this is the reason why it took a while. I will just erase all. Now, what else? Accounts, sales. If you have a really difficult customers or student and has outstanding balance, it's better to go to contacts and statements. Or here, send statements, or you can go to their contacts and then you can see the activity, meaning this is the statement of account. This is for all has pending for collection or overdue accounts. So you can email this all, just click on it and then email, or that the overdue balances and the figures in the outstanding is correct and they have address. So if you're going to click it here, print, I will just show you how you can print it by batches. So send invoice. You can even put in a notification if it's already overdue. Are you guys still awake? So that's it. Now, what else? What else? Sales. See all. Sales. See all. Basically, you've seen this already. The one that has this. Now, so for example, for this one, there is this status that would say it is paid or it is draft. This viewed it means that um you sent this to their email address. The customer or the student already viewed the email or the invoice, so you'll know that if they seen it or not. So if you want to call to follow up for collection and say, no, I haven't received it, or they I haven't seen it, then you'll know that they're lying. Of course we're not gonna say that you're lying. I know you've seen it. So of course we're not gonna say that. But all we have to do is just send it again. If you're close. So what else? Reminder off. This will automatically notify you or the customers of reminders for any customers or invoice that you don't want to chase. The option, turn it on or off. So this will automatically email the student or your customers when an invoice is due. So you don't have to send it one by one again. Be sure to put in the email address. So your email address is already here. Sorry. Now let's go back to account, sales, and then there's this import. Oh, you're smiling when we see the import and we see the export option. Because I've already told you the one and 3. Now we can do a shortcut. The easiest way, one of the easy way is to the batches. Sometimes we went on vacation or we want to just put in the invoices at the end of the day. So you can import Excel template which is saved as CSV or comma separated values. And then you can just type in, here it is, sorry, the invoice number, and then save it, and then we import it. Like what we did on the contacts. So this is if you were on the rush or you have a lot of sales which is very good, you want to import it, or at the end of the day or every Friday, you can put in the invoice here. I also advise this for our like what we're doing to, we always send it on for example, Dasma branch, Dasmariñas Cavite would like to send all the official receipts to common being. So you can, it's like you're listing all the invoices, except now you can go in directly to Xero, just browse in. So that's an empty template. the one I showed you. Overwhelming to look at. So I advise to export it first. Export the draft. So export. This is I am on the draft tab. You are very much so if you are very much familiar with Excel, Microsoft Excel, this should be easy for you. So this is just the required column, of course, the one that is filled up. I introduced you to exporting first before importing because it will give you a guide on what column you're gonna fill out. So what I am doing now is just putting in the data, context, the invoice number, and then importing it back. So that is the batch entry. I'm making a batch entry. If you're familiar with Oracle or QuickBooks, they have this option too, but it's much complicated. Xero have the import and export, so it's like downloading and uploading. So that's it. Any questions? Clarification? So I will save this video for you to use as a reference when you forgot. Of course, you're gonna forget. We're gonna forget. So, okay. The reminder again. Sorry, there's this. Another again reminder on the reference because I didn't discuss this on our live training. Reference. I want you to put in the courses, the batch, which you can see on the Podio, and then you put the acknowledgement receipt here. Okay, this is also for us, which our reporting purposes also, which I'm gonna teach on our fourth topic. Hi, so did you guys see any questions? I'm still live, so I'm just reading your comment. Any questions, clarification? So that's it for now. Additional video for the bill for our next topic, the bill, which is expense, and then check disbursement. So that's all expenses. So it's very similar to sales invoice. All the interface, what you see now, all the boxes. So hopefully that would be easy for you. I know I haven't gone on an extensive training for the bill payment or the check payments or any reimbursement. So I hope you guys watch it next. Bye for now. Good night. Paalam.